fucking pool? You want to be fighting me right now?
Hello, I hope this video finds you well. Are you ready for a great story? Today we're gonna talk about who is mentally better prepared for the fight, KSI or Logan Paul. First of all, I have to tell you, I'm neither for Logan nor am I for KSI. I'm just looking at this from the boxing perspective. That's what really got me into this whole thing. It got me interested because I was always a huge boxing fan. So I'm only looking at the sports side of this. And I have nothing personally against neither of them. I've been boxing myself for quite a while, so I'm talking of experience here. And we always love a great story here on Story Spotlight. And if you're into this, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel Story Spotlight and never miss a great story. And I also already made a video about this fight where I basically covered what this means for sports. What does this mean for traditional television compared to YouTube? And who is physically the stronger of the two fighters, Logan Paul or KSI? If you want to see that, check out the video right here. Now, I've been watching Charisma on Command, which is a great YouTube channel. I will put the link in the video description so you can go there as well and check out the video I'm talking about. That video was covering who won the mental fight of the two. And it was basically looking at the press conference, at the one-on-one and analyzing who was looking stronger in the fight. And a lot of points I agreed from the experience about press conferences, fight. I've seen so many just from experience what's going on in boxing. I had some disagreements there and we also had some discussions in the chat. What I put basically in my reply, I'm gonna read some parts of it to you and then show you. Being just calm and unresponsive may also be a sign of being frozen by nervousness and not trying to show it. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that.
Joanna here goads Rose Namajunas, offering the frame that she should have a typical dominant style stare down. And of course, Joanna wants to win that display of dominance. But Rose does not enter that dominance frame.
Here's the first part of the video from Charisma on Command where I have a slight disagreement. I think you can interpret this scene as two different things. First, you can say, yes, she is calm, she's all quiet, she's just trying to stare the other girl down, and the other girl kind of reacts to that, but there is also a different interpretation to that, which means she's just calm on the outside. She's trying to pretend, she's not really going into the dispute. Being just calm and being unresponsive may also just mean that you're frozen with fright and you're trying not to show it. It really depends on the context. It's not always better to be calm. Sometimes you also have to respond. She's putting the fist to her face and she's not reacting. In a fighting sport, that's such an insult and she's not reacting to that. I don't think that's the best behavior in that situation. There's literally no chance where she would push her frame here on the insulting girl on the other side. So I consider this from fighting a failure. So in the first example, that's basically the first encounter when they accepted the match. Roll it.
Notice KSI's lack of eye contact. You can also check out how Logan touches KSI, which in this case can be perceived as a gesture of dominance.
I clearly agree. Logan Paul totally dominates this, and I covered that in my video already. Like KSI is always flinching here and he seems kind of surprised that Logan actually accepts this fight. The next clip that Charisma on Command was looking at.
Oh, look at him, y'all. Look at him, y'all.
Finally, you look me in my eyes.
Ooh.
Finally, you look me in my eyes.
Ooh.
Finally.
But something seemed to have happened with Logan. Things took a turn at the London press conference.
You can literally see the shift. Also, where I agree and where I disagree with the analysis. So first of all, in the first press conference they had, Logan Paul was literally staring KSI down. I don't gonna talk about what they spoke. I mean, that was like, yeah, you can't take it serious, but he was staring him down. Kind of Logan started dictating the game. He started saying it's all about who can keep the eye contact and who can't. And then, in the second encounter, Logan refused the stare. But actually now, and that's where my different interpretation comes from, KSI is playing Logan's game. He plays it like it's all about who can hold the stare. But Logan has already changed the rules. He's not staring. And I think in this clip, I have a different interpretation because I think Logan is not real. He's just trying to play cool and he playing like, I don't care what this guy is doing, I'm just here and all calm. And it's not really that KSI dominates, it's that KSI now plays Logan's game, where it's all about the stare down. And then also in the meantime, between the two scenes, Logan got a lot of criticism by PewDiePie, by Casey Neistat, and I'm not sure if that didn't get to him, and so he tried to play different in this time on stage. Now, in the face-to-face encounter that is also available on the YouTube channel KSI vs Logan, I also put the link in the video description. This is the channel where the fight will take place, so check it out. That's where I really have a different conclusion than Charisma on Command, because I actually don't think Logan is flinching. I think KSI is flinching. And I think Logan is just really confident. But watch for yourself.
No, seriously, I'm sitting here.
I love it.
And I'm like, what are you, some kind of crazy person? Are you stupid, bro? Like, I wouldn't get in the ring with me.
I'm mad. I'm crazy.
I'm an animal.
Through this exchange, it was the case that Logan often broke eye contact with KSI to look at the interviewer or side to side or even to the floor. None of that would be a big deal by itself.
I think he's real. He just doesn't understand how KSI actually thinks he can beat him. That's how it seems to me, and KSI is still playing the stare game that actually Logan started. But Logan is looking at the interviewer, he's looking at KSI, he's looking at the people filming, and he's not really looking at him. You can interpret this as insecure, maybe surprised how confident KSI is. Maybe he should take him more serious. Maybe it's a big mistake he's not taking KSI serious enough. There is evidence that KSI actually flinches a lot, and I'm gonna show you that.
I just like, to be honest with you, I'm kind of done with the talk and the bullshit. Because let's be honest, like,
Oh, Logan.
Did you see that? It's KSI who flinches, and I think in this scene Logan is not playing. I think he's really just done with the talk. And KSI is still playing his stare game. He's actually even talking about it.
You're literally looking everywhere but my eyes.
Kind of like, in the meantime, he learned it's about the stare. Okay, so I'm gonna stare Logan down. Basically playing Logan's frame. And Logan has shifted his frame.
My read is that Logan felt caught red-handed here because he had previously teased KSI for not looking him in the eye. Now, Logan may or may not be scared, but he certainly isn't ice-cold, calm, and collected. He's at least a little bit bothered. For further confirmation, just a few seconds later, you can see him bobbing his shoulders and tapping his leg quite a bit. Again, not a big deal, except that this is the first time that we've seen this behavior from Logan.
I think he's just really excited. He's not really nervous. I mean, everybody would be a little bit nervous about the match. It's just normal. It doesn't mean that he kind of is in the frame of KSI here. And yeah, I think KSI is playing a role in this section. So to show you what I mean exactly by flinching of KSI, we're gonna look at the original face-to-face video.
I beat you the second time. Jake's gonna want to kick your ass too if you're down.
Here. He looks at him, and immediately he grabs his glass. When Logan stares at him, KSI always grabs his glass and drinks. He's keeping eye contact, but it's a sign of nervousness.
Look,
And
man,
I'm way better right now than I ever was. So
I would hope so. Because I'm not
I
Joe
know
Weller.
so.
I'm not Joe Weller.
I know
just
you're
so
not.
you know. I
Again,
think
the moment Logan looks him in the eye and stares at him, he's gonna grab the glass and drink.
Where's
you're the
the
guy that lost it.
where does the beef come from originally? Because I can
Again,
tell you something
he's
that's
grabbing
with
the
a nice
glass.
second you walked in the room.
See, here is a good example. Logan is not flinching. He's just looking at the interviewer.
He's right though. It is an ego thing. I have a pretty big ego. He does too. So at the end of the day, it's just two dudes who are gonna beat the shit out of each other. But because we didn't have beef, we didn't have beef.
Again,
then you called me out. and
KSI
things got a
grabs the
little
glass as soon as
too
Logan
personal
looks
for
at
me.
him.
So this is what God looks like. Jesus Christ, we got some work to
yo,
do.
why are you talking about my son?
Again, he's talking
Oh shit, he
at
believes it.
him
This is
and he
crazy.
grabs the
Yo,
glass.
my
This is
friends and I were
constantly
talking, and
happening
it's
in
like-
the interview.
Hey, nah, bro. When you get hit in the face, hard, harder than you've ever been hit before in
I've been on
sparring.
YouTube longer than you, so.
For
Need
6
more
years.
proof? Again, the moment Logan looks at him, he's gonna grab the glass. He's just pretending to be calm and ready. So, I think I brought that point home enough. I think KSI is not more confident in that interview. It's true, Logan is nervous or excited, but he keeps eye contact, and whenever Logan has eye contact, KSI flinches and takes the glass. It's like playing with your fingers, like when you're nervous, you're gonna start playing with your fingers or do something else. It's just playing Logan's game by keeping eye contact. So that's the main point where I disagree with Charisma on Command's analysis here on that encounter. Besides that, again, Charisma on Command, I love the channel and they really did a great video. Another interesting comment by Clifford Starks, and I fully agree with that one. He said, the mental aspect of the game is one of the strongest parts in the fight game. Another important aspect is to mention how powerful the mental game and performance go hand in hand. Now, by assuming both fighters are about the same skill, it's gonna be an interesting fight and mental skill will be key in that fight. But it's not mental skill in press conference. Oh man, I have seen so many press conferences. Let me take that off. I've seen so many press conferences, all the ballyhoo, that doesn't really matter. And also from my own experience, fight day matters. Once you're walking up into the ring, you're gonna forget things. You're gonna forget things you practice. And even 1 year of boxing is nothing in experience. It will give you in training, it will give you experience in sparring, but the real fight, the real deal, is something totally different. And as amateurs, usually they lose overview in the fight, they don't know what's happening. Your window getting narrower, and it's way harder to be there when the adrenaline takes over. It's way harder. So what really matters, and you will be able to tell who is more dominant, who got the best mindset here, is when on fight day, when they enter the ring and they stare at each other in the ring, you will feel who is ready. That is my experience. It's a totally different day than all days before where they encounter in press conferences and stuff. And this is certainly gonna be a big event payday for both of them. And also fun for the viewers to watch. As I said, probably not the highest boxing quality, but certainly very entertaining. So, now I'm curious for your opinion. What do you think about the fight? Who is mentally more prepared for the fight? I'm really curious to hear your opinion in the comments. And please like this video for more. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Story Spotlight. And I'll see you in the next video.